Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria and today we're going to be doing my December TBR. It's crazy to me that it's already December, but I am also like really prepared for this year to be over. It's been a hard one, and I love the winter season. It's my birthday month. My birthday is December 2nd and it's Christmas time, and I just love the cozy vibes of reading inside and cuddling with a big sweatshirt. I live for it. So I am going to be talking about just some of the books that I hope to get to in December. It's like crunch time, gotta get the end of the year books in, the ones that I've been wanting to read like all year. And reading enough to fulfill my Goodreads goal, which I have beaten twice now, and I've upped it each time. So it's currently set at 365, and I am pretty sure I'm gonna hit it. So I might read like a shit ton of novellas like at the end of December if I don't hit it. But I'm on pretty good track, so if I continue the way that I've been reading, then I should hit it and might even surpass it. So I have a couple of books that I wanted to get to in December that are like these could be added on as my like favorite books of the year kind of thing. And then also the historical romance Readathon holiday edition is in December. It's a week-long readathon hosted by Jess from Peaceful Books, Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers, and Lisa from Remarkably Lisa, and I will absolutely be participating in that. So I will have my historical romance readathon TBR at the end of the video after I talk about the other books. Okay, my cat's on my lap, so she's moving around. Okay, so to start, I have a couple of books that I have had on like hold at the library for a while, and I will finally be getting them in. And I will finally be getting the loan in, so I'll probably be reading those. So those are Battle Royale by Lucy Parker. I'm not really sure what this one is about. I don't remember, but I think it might be baking. They're like both chefs. But I saw it talked about on Tori's channel from Novel Life, and I put it on hold like ages ago. And the library loan is finally coming in. And then the other one is Ugly Love by COLLEEN Hoover. I have never read a COLLEEN Hoover. I am still not sure if I'm gonna love or hate her books. They seem very like emotional and angsty, which is not super my thing. So I have that one on here just because I have had the loan at the library for ages and it's finally coming in. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to that one. Then I have a couple that are ones that I've been just really putting off and wanting to read. The first one is Still by Kennedy Ryan. I read and loved both Grip and Flow, or Flow and Grip, I guess, and I still haven't read Still, and I absolutely will be reading that one before the end of the year. And then I have started reading Chloe Lisa's books and loving them, and I've read book 2 and book 4, so I'd really like to get to Only When It's Us, which I think is book 1, in December. Then I really want to read Mine Until Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. This is just a Lisa Kleypas that I've been wanting to read for a really, really long time, and it's one that I've just like been putting off because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it, and then I'm like, but what if I don't? You know, that kind of vibe. So that one I will hopefully be getting to in December. And then I have 2 that are coming out in December that I want to read. The first one is The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Liese. This one is her Kobo original shorter. It's not necessarily a novella, but it's like a shorter length book, and it's a Christmas one, and I'm definitely going to be reading that one. I already pre-ordered the audiobook. And then the second one is the 12 Naughty Days anthology. And this one I only want to read Gianna Darling's story. I don't really care about any of the others. I'll probably read those ones eventually, but the one that I'm going to be reading in December for sure is Gianna Darling's novella, because I'm pretty sure it's a Fallen Men novella, and I'm going to need that in my life. So those are like the main ones. And then I decided that it would be fun to choose a couple of my favorite booktubers and go back and watch their favorite books of 2020 videos and choose one of the books from each of their favorite books of 2020 videos to read before the end of the year, because I was looking for some more to put on my December TBR that I thought that I would really like, because I didn't really want to just read anything in December. I wanted to like focus on ones that I think I'm really gonna love. So I watched a couple people's videos, and I think I have 4 books but 5 booktubers. The funny thing is that I could have just read Sea of Ruin and it would have been on all of theirs, but I'm not gonna do that. I still haven't read Sea of Ruin, but I have plans for that book. Okay, so the first booktuber that I watched her video was Jenn from the Book Refuge, and her and Crystal are going to be sharing, and I'm going to be reading Again the Magic by Lisa Kleypas. I am really, really excited. It's just a full historical romance moment. There's a step back. But they both had this on their favorite books of 2020 list, and I know that people adore this one. It's one of Lisa Kleypas's like most loved books, and I'm super, super excited to finally be reading it. I've had this book for ages now, and I have been excited since I bought it, so I don't know why I haven't read it, but now is the time, and that will be for both Crystal and Jenn. Then I watched Bree from In Love and Words video, and she had quite a few to choose from that I wanted to possibly read, but the one that I ended up going with is Hands Down by Mariana Zapata. I chose this one because I originally read Mariana Zapata because of Bree, and I love her. So this is one of Mariana Zapata's books that I haven't read yet, because at the time it didn't have an audiobook. It does now. So I will be listening to the audiobook of Hands Down, and I'm excited because I think that this one is the book of the best friend from Wall of Winnipeg. So like the teammate of the football player. So he's the one who got like cut from the football team, and he used to be the quarterback because he like let himself go or something. And I think he like goes home, and I think it might be like a second chance romance possibly. But I'm excited about it, and I'm a big Mariana Zapata fan, so I thought that that would be a good one to add. Then for Jess from Peace Love Books video, again, there were a couple that I could choose from, and the one that I decided to go with is one that I already own, which is most of the reason why I decided to go with it. But that is One Hot Italian Summer by KARINA HALLE. So I'm gonna read a summertime book in the middle of the December in winter time. But I think it'll be fun to like give me some nice summer vibes if it's like really cold outside. And I have been feeling like a travel bug lately. Like I really like want to go on a trip, and obviously I can't right now. So I'll travel to Italy in a book, and I think that would be fun. I really like KARINA HALLE's Forbidden Man. That's the book that I like by KARINA HALLE. I haven't really read much of her other ones. I think I've read a couple, but The Forbidden Man is one of my favorite books ever, so I hope that I like this. Then the last booktuber that I watched and chose a book from is Tori from Novel Life. I love Tori, and it's perfect because I will be reading Radiance. The reason I said it's perfect is because Tori actually gifted me this book at the beginning of the year. So I am excited to finally read this. This is a fantasy romance by Grace Draven. I've never read Grace Draven. I know she gets really, really good reviews. A lot of people really like her. And I haven't read a fantasy romance in like a hot minute, so I think it'll be really fun. I'm like 99% sure there's an audiobook for this, so I should be okay. I should check that. But I'm very excited to finally be reading this on Tori's recommendation. So those are all the ones that are like on my like main TBR. I'm sure there will be other holiday type books thrown in there, just here and there, like Christmas themed ones. But those are the ones, the like main ones that I like really need to get to, really want to get to. Okay, so now let's do my historical romance readathon TBR. So the historical romance readathon runs from December 6th to December 12th. It is a full week-long readathon. I will be vlogging. We'll have a video from a vlog, and I chose 2 books that I'm absolutely like priority going to read for this readathon, and then I have a couple of their possibilities that I'm not gonna like set for myself, but I will mention those because it is a week long, so I'm sure I'll read more than 2 books. Ideally, I'd probably read maybe 4 or 5, but I didn't want to choose and like set a TBR with 4 or 5, so I chose 2. One of them is the group book. I am excited to read the group book. And then I have a couple possibilities, and then I might even read a couple of non-wintry ones if I'm like in the mood for like a different, but that are still historical. Okay, so the group book that I will be reading is Lady Sophie's Christmas Wish by Grace Burrows. This one, I watched Jess's announcement video, and what I remember from the announcement video is that she said it's like a snowed-in romance, which sounds great to me. I'm very excited. I've never read Grace Burrows, so this will be very fun to get a new author in there. And then the second one that I will absolutely be reading is Devil in Winter by Lisa Kleypas. I have not read the Wallflower series, so I'm going to be reading them out of order. I know that people say that they recommend reading them in order, but I read all of my historicals out of order, so this is the one that I want to read, so I'm just going to jump in and read it. And I hope it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I can understand. But I'm super excited for this. I'm like 99% sure I have a physical copy of this. I cannot find it. But I'm pretty positive that I have one. And then the other possibilities that I have written down are the Wallflower Christmas novellas by Lisa Kleypas, and Once Upon a Winter's Eve by Tessa Dare, which is also a novella from her Spindle Cove series. So I thought those would be some fun novellas that are like also wintry. And then I have a couple of others that are not holiday themed. Like I want to read the new Erica Ridley book. What is that called? Perks of Loving a Wallflower. I really want to read that one, or the first one in that series, so that one might be on there. I've been really wanting to read Lorraine Heath. Ever since watching Jess's dark historical romance recommendations, I'm a big Kerrigan Byrne fan, and I've been really looking for something that's similar to Kerrigan Byrne, and it made it seem that Lorraine Heath series that she was talking about is similar to Kerrigan Burns, so I've been thinking about reading that one. But overall, I'm really excited about this readathon. There are plenty that I have to read, and I am very, very excited. But that's it for this video. So give it a like if you liked it, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.